One of the things I see quite a lot on this fertility journey is people approaching it from the space of the law of attraction or the secret or positive thinking, whichever language or name you want to give it. And I say, whatever you do on this fertility journey, it's not what you do, it's why you do it. It's the motivation behind it. Whether it is kind of taking daily temperatures or using kind of positive thinking or the law of attraction. And so often what we do on this journey is contaminated by fear. The fear of not having a baby, the fear of not getting pregnant. And I see a lot of people trying to get positive thinking or think their way to having a baby. And it's actually being undermined by the fear of it not working, the fear of it not happening. And for me, when you think about this energy behind life, I do believe there's an energy behind life that wants to bless us and it's got our back and it's kind. But when we approach this from fear, we're actually keeping it all internal. We're fighting thought with thought. We're trying to fight our negative thinking with our positive thinking. We're trying to think more positively or be more positive because we're scared that positive thinking may be creating a negative impact on our chances of success. And fighting thought with thought just never generally works because your fearful thinking thinks it's there to protect you. It's probably a little child, a little girl, a little child scared of something bad happening or doesn't think they're good enough. This is where our kind of our fears come from. And when we kind of just trying to railroad it with positive thinking, it gets even more scared. It's not being heard, not being validated. So it just gets stronger. That's why fighting thought with thought generally doesn't work, and doing something from fear generally doesn't work. And in fact, it can actually kind of feed the fear. The fear kind of gets stronger. So that's the first thing to say, is often it's coming from a place of fear. And for me, when I think about the law of attraction, I've explored this a little bit myself, and because I've been there to try and do my affirmations or think what I want into my life. It's not happening. Why is it not happening? And that's another thing. We do this law of attraction or the secret, and if it doesn't not working, we end up feeling even worse, thinking, "Oh, I'm not even good enough. I don't really deserve that," or this energy behind it doesn't love me, or woe is me. And we feel even more of a victim on this journey. It's another kind of potential kind of side effect of kind of using the kind of the secret or law of attraction. But for me, the more I explore it, it's more about energy precedes form. And it's about how we show up, how we feel. I'll give you an example. I went to see a very intuitive practitioner, and she just dowsed, asked me questions, but dowsed instead of asking me, waiting for my response. She tuned into my energy field to get the response. And whether you believe in that or not, I was quite interested and open-minded to see what it was all about. And it was amazing how close she was to my psychology in a way that once she asked the question, do I think I could be successful? Or do I think I could be wealthy? Do I think I could? All the things I sometimes struggle with. She said, "Do you think?" And I was really fascinated. The answer came back, yes, yes, yes. I was thinking, that's great. I've really shifted my thinking. I really believe that I can and do those things. But then she repeated the question and said, "Do I feel I can be successful? Do I feel I can be wealthy?" And the answer was no, 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 no. And it was really an insightful moment for me to realize, yes, there's a difference between thinking and feeling, and energy precedes form. And if you explore people that kind of share or teach the kind of law of attraction, it really is about feeling as if you've got those things. Because whatever thing is you're trying to think into your life, whether it is the baby or the Ferrari or the £1 million, it's not the thing you want, it's the thing you think it's going to give you. So what's the £1 million going to give you? What's the baby going to give you? And living from that space as if you've got it, that's the energy that precedes form. So it's not a place of fear. It's a place of completeness, a place of abundance, a place of peace, joy. It's coming from that space. It's living from that space. You're more likely to create the things you want in your life. So energy precedes form. Another thing about this kind of law of attraction, which ties into that, is, for me, it's very kind of what I call outside in. I talk a lot about being inside out versus outside in. Where outside in, it's I'm okay when this happens, I'm okay if this happens. And sometimes when we focus on the law of attraction and thinking and just wanting this energy behind life to bless us and give us these things which we want, it gives all the power to this metaphysical energy behind life. And I do believe there's a loving, kind, generous, metaphysical energy behind life. but we co-create our life with it. If we think it's got all the power, it leaves us feeling like a victim if it doesn't work or doesn't happen. If we think it's got all the power, we don't feel very empowered. And the truth is, you are a powerful, powerful creator. You create everything in your life. Sometimes I think, if something good happens, it's kind of luck. If something bad happens, woe is me, I created that, I can't create anything better. We create everything in our life. I know someone recently saying how she's very thankful of how her life is, and she's very lucky that this. I stopped her saying it's not luck. She's created it from this mindset. She's got this abundant mindset, and she's not wealthy, but she doesn't feel poor. And she's very lucky that she thinks a very healthy relationship with money and work-life balance, and she thinks she's lucky. Well, no, she's created that. She's created that. So we are very powerful creators. We co-create our life with this energy behind life. And sometimes we think it's all that external power. It diminishes our sense of power. And the more we realise we are a really powerful creator, the more we realise actually the only thing stopping us thinking, being aware of that, is our thoughts. It's like, I never thought I was creative at school, the arts, kind of art and the creative subjects. I wasn't good at creative writing. I struggled with kind of science and maths, and I was great with it. I enjoyed it, and I was good at it. I never thought I was a creative person. Shell, as a very large multinational company, wanted to make sure they're employing more creative people. So they did a study to identify to help them identify creative people. How do you identify who's creative and who's not? Because they wanted to do that through their selection process. And they found out the only difference between creative people and people who aren't creative is those who are creative think they're creative. Now, I think we're all creative. We're all creative beings. Whether you're creating creative solutions in a logical sense or creating artwork, we're all creators. Look at toddlers, and they just create things all the time, whether it is paintings or stacking bricks. They're always creating something, creating things in their life, learning and growing, learning to walk, learning to talk. We're all powerful creators. And it's our thinking doesn't sometimes help us see that. I think we co-create our life with this energy behind life. We're continuing creation with that energy behind life. Now, I tune myself into my sense of self, and I am creation. I am creation in continuation. I'm a very powerful creator. And that's why I help my clients see that they're powerful creator they are. Below all this fearful, insecure thinking, there's a very powerful creator that they lost touch with. All sorts of things, maybe in childhood, and limiting thoughts and beliefs. And sometimes the law of attraction or the secret puts all the power on the outside and diminishes our sense of self and who we really are. So you co-create your life with this energy behind life. And in this moment, you've got everything you need to feel like that powerful creator, to feel like what it would feel to have those things in your life. You don't need those things to feel like a powerful creator, to feel complete and valued and worthy. That's who you are. That's who you are. You just don't think you are. And when you come from that space, you're more likely to create those physical things in the life you want. Energy precedes form. It's living from that space. It's a place to come from, not a place to get to. So just be aware how much you are a powerful creator. And if you're not tuning into that, if you're struggling with that, then to reach out and see if I can help you realize you really are that powerful creator, and you co-create your life with the energy. The more you come from that space, the more you create those things in your life that sometimes feel like they're a million miles away, with far more greater and far greater ease and well-being.